This video will provide you with an explanation of what I mean by empowered self-help. Hi, I'm Larry Burton, and welcome to my channel, where I share content with you that helps to take the frustration out of self-help and empowers you to move forward with greater ease. So be sure to subscribe to my channel if you would like a variety of content which supports you, empowers you, and makes your life experience more pleasant. This video will give you a summary explanation of the components that I think are critical to empowered self-help. To summarize, empowered self-help is a combination of emotional intelligence and energy intelligence. So let's break that down and go into each one in a little bit more detail. The concept of emotional intelligence has been around for a long, long time. You can even go back to Greek literature and see where there's hints of it. But the concept was popularized in the 1990s, particularly with Daniel Goleman's book in 1995 entitled Emotional Intelligence and Why It Can Matter More Than IQ. And in his book, Goleman identifies 5 basic elements for emotional intelligence. The first he calls self-awareness, which is the ability to realize or recognize a feeling as it is happening. So instead of suppressing feelings or denying feelings, you're able to actually experience it and identify the feeling. Second principle is the ability to manage emotions. That is the ability to express your emotions in a manner that's appropriate to the circumstance. So it's not being out of control with sadness, anger, guilt, or anything of that nature, but rather being able to communicate it and express it in an appropriate and constructive manner. Third concept for Goleman was the idea of motivating yourself, and that is the ability to marshal your emotions in the service of a goal. So being able to delay gratification in order to encourage yourself to deal with the inevitable obstacles and setbacks and continuing towards a goal that's important to yourself. Fourth was recognizing the emotions in others, or empathy, the ability to understand how another person feels. And that is so critical to any kind of communication, to have empathy and understanding. When you're able to do that with another person, then they feel heard. When they feel heard, they feel safe, and then they can actually listen to what it is that you're trying to share with them. And the fifth concept that Goleman expresses is handling relationship. So the skill of managing the emotions in others, being able to work with the person and not react to them, but rather respond in order to find common ground, in order to move the conversation forward. So those are the 5 elements of emotional intelligence that Goleman explained. And I agree with him completely. But in addition to that, I suggest that you incorporate and learn energy intelligence. So let's go into that idea a little more fully. So just as Goleman had 5 elements in his explanation of emotional intelligence, I have 5 elements under what I consider energy intelligence. So in my book, Self-Help 2.0, I define energy intelligence as the ability to understand your body's energy system, to identify the disruptions in your energy system when they occur, and to restore balance, harmony, and flow to your energy system when those disruptions do present themselves. So let's look at the 5 basic elements that help you to accomplish that. One is just the idea of energy awareness, just an awareness that you do have an energy system. As I like to say, if you're breathing, you have an energy system. That goes back thousands of years, commonly understood as acupuncture. That's working with the body's subtle energy system, but you're able to do that in many other ways. And you're able to engage with your energy system in a form of self-help so that you can move forward with greater ease. Because in reality, everything is a form of energy, so you might as well bring that on. Understand traditional self-help looks at us as mind-body and approaches it that way and suggests tools and techniques to do that. Empowered self-help understands that we're really mind-body energy. It encourages us and teaches us to use our energy system along with mind-body techniques in order to move forward and more effectively and with a lot greater joy and serenity. So the first is energy awareness, accepting that indeed your body has an energy system and that it's in your benefit to work with it. Second, then, from that is energy management. So the ability to care for your energy system and to bring it into balance whenever you experience a disruption. And there's lots and lots of ways to do that. I use what I call the Pondera process because it's a simple fill in the blank response type approach that anybody can do. It doesn't require another person to do it with you. It's a matter of knowing that you have an energy system, that you can manage it, and then being intentional about learning how to do that, how to make it work with you, for you, and to work alongside it. So a lot of this channel is dedicated to teaching you those concepts and principles and tools, as well as on my website. The third concept is intention. And that's just the conscious choice to tap into a source of energy greater than yourself. So intention is when making a decision or a commitment to something, but in this sense, it's the idea of tapping into that which is greater than yourself. So indeed, we have an energy system, but we're all have that. So where does that energy come from? We know that nature has energy. So there is some source of energy that encompasses all of us. And the intention is to tap into that in a way that works for you. I teach the energy center, that power center, that place where that element of pure love exists, and how you can tap into that to then address the problems and challenges that come with being alive in the growth process. The fourth element in energy intelligence for me is gratitude. In engaging in an active practice of gratitude, which requires you to acknowledge and allow in this goodness from that which is greater than ourselves, has been a practice throughout the century and has been known to be highly effective. We could go into a lot more detail on that, but the important thing is to know that an active practice of gratitude is highly, highly effective for taking care of your energy system, strengthening it, giving you peace of mind as a result. That's the reason I want you to do gratitude journal. When you do a gratitude journal, it's calming down and nurturing your energy system. And because it's nurturing your energy system and balancing it, you feel better emotionally, because underneath every emotion is an energy signature. So when you learn to address that energy, you're addressing the emotions. And then the fifth concept for energy intelligence is forgiveness. And by that, it's learning a more empowered form of forgiveness. It's learning that forgiveness is something that flows through us, not from us. Forgiveness does not come from willpower or from the self or from the ego, the way that it's traditionally taught in our culture, but rather forgiveness is something that we can allow to flow from a source greater than ourselves to others. And then in conjunction with that, you use the tools from emotional intelligence to set appropriate boundaries so that you're feeling safe and you're able to care for yourself. So there you have a brief summary of what I mean by empowered self-help. It's that combination of emotional intelligence and energy intelligence. So if you'd like to learn more about this, I encourage you to go over to my Facebook group, Mindfulness and Empowered Self-Help, where there is a free PDF laying out the concept of empowered self-help in even greater detail. And be sure to click on the notification bell so that you know when the next video comes. So thank you. I encourage you to expand your understanding of self-help, give it some greater power, and you'll find that the challenges become a lot easier to grow through and to go around. Take care. See you in the next video.